which is much short of the tote. There's been a couple spec'd at big odds. Top Mark has come in. It's unders on the tote. And the other one, as mentioned earlier, which has come in, Joy of Flight, has come in a point. It remains value. And Cara Hill, as we mentioned, out a little. A break. You're about to watch the running of the Forex Sunshine Coast Guineas, bathed in sunshine from Corbel Park.
On this track today, because that's the way it's playing. Now they're all set. Monaco Miss stands up well. The lights go on. They're set to go. Ready to run in the Guineas. Joy of Flight stands well. Cara Hill's in the maroon club's colours here. They stand pretty well. Amex out wide in those purple and black colours. They're racing now. He missed it, Amex, but he only came out about a length behind them, and Colossal track over towards the tail of the field. Top Mark from the outside, the first to go, headed by Figurative, and Whiskey on Ice is going fast, and so is Cara Hill. They're the first four. Monaco Miss inside those, fifth on the inside. What a Guy's not far away. Lamond and Lady Damiselle going forward, followed by Joy of Flight as they go over the back. Further back on the field, Bell Amazon improving there. Then came Showbiz Kid, followed by Jet Set Lass and Seti. Dark Topaz a long way back from Paper Kings, and Amex is last of all at the 1,000 metres mark, and it's the grey Top Mark the leader. He's by 1.5. Figurative second. Whiskey on Ice is third on the outside. Monaco Miss fourth on the inside of Cara Hill. Lamont deep from Bell Amazon. Joy of Flight's on the fence, been trailed by What a Guy in the middle. Then comes Showbiz Kid deep, Jet Set Lass on the fence, then Lady Damiselle. Then Dark Topaz a long way from them from Paper Kings. Then comes Seti, and Amex is last. He's 10 from the leader, and Collis is about to get to the outside. On the bend, 500 out. It's Top Mark and Figurative from Monaco Miss and Whiskey on Ice. Lamont deep from Cara Hill, Joy of Flight. Dark Topaz getting up on the fence from What a Guy, and Amex will be last, switching to the outside with Paper Kings and Showbiz Kid. In the straight, and Dark Topaz got the rails run. Led Top Mark, Figurative, tackled by Lamond and Monaco Miss down the outside. Paper King, Showbiz Kid and Amex. Lamond in front inside the 100 from Monaco Miss, Paper King, Showbiz Kid, and Amex is starting to scorch down the outside. Amex and Paper Kings are grabbing the lead in the shadows of the post. Paper Kings beat Amex. Lamond third, Photo fourth. What a Guy or Dark Topaz. Then Showbiz Kid, Monaco missed. The next time, Cara Hill, Jet Set Lass, Whiskey on Ice, Lady Damiselle, Joy of Flight, followed by Seti. Figurative's a long way back. And then came Bell Amazon, and last Tomer's Top Mark. Paper King, Starthy Katsitas has one here to pay $16.40 and $4.50. One Amex will pay $2, and two Lamont will pay $3.30. The numbers are 3-1-2. And the judge will require the photo for fourth, probably between What a Guy and Dark Topaz. We'll wait for the judge to semaphore fourth. Those two were second last and last on the turn. Paper Kings and Amex. As I said to you before the race, the way this track is playing today, you can get away with it here today. It's the type of horse you need to win the race. A horse that gets back and swoops late and wide. And when they came into the straight, Paper Kings was second last, Amex was last. They made their runs down the extreme outside, and Paper Kings has just held Amex. I thought Amex was probably going to win about 40 metres out, but Paper Kings went with him and held him right on the line to win by a narrow margin. So these numbers about to be confirmed. The winner of the race, Paper Kings. He had very good form in Rockhampton. He'd won two up there, and he ran a good sixth behind Showbiz Kid the other day. And today he was able to find his feet back at the tail of the field, and he stormed home to win. He's by King Ivor at a Tabernacle, trained by Rex Lip and the rider Starthy Katsitas. Second went to Amex. He didn't jump too badly today for him, and he had no excuse today. I know he came from a long way back, but the winner was just in front of him turning for home. He raced very well, and third in the race went to number 2, and that was Lamond, and the judges required the photo.
W to 490. My word, there's been good money in the ring to suggest he can win. So on track, Mask the favourite ahead of the well-tried Pearly Kings. Late money for Brits Best, and he's equal third pick with number 7, Sir Craigley, for whom there's been a trickle. So a good betting race, this one. Talking about Sir Craigley, it's interesting that Kim Moore, the trainer, has got J. Ford riding, a claiming apprentice in a race in which apprentices can't claim. Now, the last in will be Chiraga. Previous went at the Arc, number 5, George Scamone. Be 10, She's Lovely, 7, Dana's Kingdom, and 6, Iggy. Bulletproof Billy won this race 12 months ago. They're ready now. the Winter Stakes, and they're off. And immediately Chiraga goes to the tail of the field, and who is going to lead? It's Oma Wind, and It's Our Time, putting on some pace. Going up on the inside, Sir Craigley, and right there is Mask, and then the well-tried Pearly Kings, Brits Best, another 2 lengths away, a length to Gahila Baby, and 1.5 further off Chiraga. Oma Wind to the lead, clearly now, and on past the 1,000 marker as they've completed 400 metres. Oma Wind by 2 on the grey, It's Our Time. The fence is Sir Craigley, and then the stablemates Masked, who's covering ground around Pearly Kings, and then Brits Best around Gahila Baby, and a couple of lengths further back is Chiraga. This is the order as they pass the 750, and Oma Wind by more than a length. It's Our Time sitting second, Sir Craigley third, and the favourite Mask is wider out than Pearly Kings. Gahila Baby the inside, and Brits Best the outside, and still absolute is Chiraga. Only about 7 or 8 lengths would cover them as they work their way down to the turn at the 500, and it's Oma Wind being sent along in the lead. About 3/4 Sir Craigley sticking right to the rails. A length the Mask, followed by Pearly Kings trying to get clear, and Beedman will switch to the outside now on him, and then Brits Best as they come to the 300, and Rodney Quinn drives the favourite Mask to the front. Pearly Kings after him, then Sir Craigley, Brits Best, Chiraga and Oma Wind. It's Masked in front, 150 to go. Well, Pearly Kings can't get there, Chiraga late, but it's Mask looking for 5 straight, and he gets it. Mask wins the Winter Stakes. What a good horse he is. Second, Chiraga. Photo third between Sir Craigley and Brits Best. And then Pearly Kings. Oh, there's some ordinary judges there. They put a fortune on him and he didn't live up to it. And Oma Wind dropped out with Gahila Baby, and It's Our Time. Well, he just keeps on winning. Number 3, Masked, ridden by Rodney Quinn, has been able to score here. Number 3, Masked, 5 on the trot. Started his winning sequence at Randwick on the 21st of April. Then Rosehill May 17, Rosehill June 14, Rosehill June 21, 5 on the trot, Rosehill July 5. By Quest for Fame from Stockings, he's done nothing but improve. And boy, oh boy, there was a lot of money for his stablemate Pearly Kings, but they've left it in the bags. There must have been a tremendous amount of confidence for that horse, but he didn't run up to it at all. 3, 4, and it's pretty close for third here. 3, the winner Masked, Rod Quinn, who's been on the horse at his 5 wins this time up from as many starts. Second goes to number 4, and that's Chiraga, ridden by Lenny Beasley, by Danehill Dancer, trained by Paul Perry. Wouldn't you like one in your back outside Mask? Wouldn't you like one in your yard like Chiraga? 32 starts, 6 wins, 8 seconds and 10 thirds. The winner's now had 8 starts for 6 wins. And it's very, very tight for the third there. I can tell you that the Cornellas paid $5.90, the exacta $9.40. The spinner on the mixed 3 and 4 has paid $1.70. And here's the third coming up. Number 1, Brits Best, gets third, ridden by Alan Robinson. And number 7, Sir Craigley, was the official fourth. It is 3, 4, 1 and 7 in the time of 1:25.27, 35.04, the slickest sectional of the day. And here are the official totes.
Okay, 2:30 and 1:30.
Lord Darth Vader, who won this race last year in the all-white colours, is ready. Liquid Lunch is set. Danner has joined them. Yeah, most of them are in now for race 6. Benang Very Easy holds favouritism ahead of Tomorrow's Party. Well tried. Liquid Lunch Easy. Good support for Crown Largo. Lord Darth Vader opened in the market, has drifted out, but is still gross overs on the tote. Branson standing in. Most of them are ready now. Here's Dominia Prince coming up into the line. James Winks is after a treble on Dominia Prince, who's 100 to 1 shot here. Liston comes in, and Tomorrow's Party, who won at its Australian debut, links in for Kieran McAvoy. They're set to go. Gates are back, they're away. And Tomorrow's Party, Rami Romance are jumping okay on the outside. Tomorrow's Party easing back, as did Liston and Branson. Crown Largo first to show out. Danneret will try and drive on from an outside barrier. Up there too is Lord Darth Vader in the all-white, and Flying Chances fourth from Dominia Prince and NZ as they negotiate the bottom turn. Next, Blue Murder with Rami Romance at the outside and Branson the fence. About two further back is Liquid Lunch, followed by Menang. Tomorrow's Party, the favourites towards the end of the field, and Liston is last at the 2,000 metres crossing, and Danaret had the lead. Dominia Prince moved up into second, and third is Lord Darth Vader, trailed by Crown Largo, fourth on the inside. About a length and a half further back, Rami Romancer travelling out three wide around Flying Chance and NZ the rail. 2 lengths behind them, Branson inside, Blue Murder. 2 to Liquid Lunch, being followed by Menang, Tomorrow's Party, and Liston last. At the 1,700 metres now, and the leader is Danaret by 3/4 of a length. Second, Dominia Prince. Crown Largo third. Lord Darth Vader, last year's winner of this event, is in fourth placing, followed by NZ on the inside, Flying Chance in the middle, and then Rami Romancer, who's out 3 wide still, trailed 2 lengths away to Branson, Blue Murder, Liquid Lunch outside Menang, and then Tomorrow's Party on the outside of Liston. 1,300 to go, and Danaret tries to do it all, leads by 3/4. Dominia Prince is second, Crown Largo a length and a half away third, Lord Darth Vader is fourth, and then Rami Romancer. Flying Chance is between horses, NZ midfield on the rail. 2 lengths to Blue Murder outside Branson, 2 lengths to Menang on the inside of Liquid Lunch, and another 2 Tomorrow's Party on the outside of Liston. They're inside the 1,000 metres, and the leader Danaret 3/4. Dominia Prince in second placing, Crown Largo is third on the inside from Lord Darth Vader. Rami Romancer's never been closer than 3 wide, goes up 50 outside now. Flying Chance 2 lengths back from NZ, Blue Murder, Branson, Liquid Lunch. Menang still a fair way back on the rails, cornering, and behind her is Tomorrow's Party, and Liston is last of all at the 500. They swing for home now, and Dominia Prince has gone to the lead at big odds, but Rami Romancer strode up soon after to join it. Lord Darth Vader the centre. Flying Chance comes wider, and Liquid Lunch right on the outside with Blue Murder is coming home, followed by Branson. Menang trying to weave through, but still 4 lengths off them. At the 300 metre mark now, Flying Chance moved up to Rami Romancer, Blue Murder, and down the outside Liquid Lunch. Flying Chance and Rami Romancer down at the 150. Rami Romancer, Flying Chance on the outside. Rami Romancer tackled by Flying Chance. Flying Chance put the nose in front and won a half head. Flying Chance beat Rami Romancer. Menang, I think, will grab third on the rail from NZ and Liquid Lunch, and then Branson trailed in by Lord Darth Vader. Liston. Back behind these to finish in the race is Blue Murder, Dominia Prince, Danaret, and a long break. Tomorrow's Party never came into it. It's finished second last, and Crown Largo last. Flying Chance proving a shade too good under the urgings of Stephen Baster. Number 7, Flying Chance, Steve Baster first, although the judge yet to semaphore numbers. He'll get it from Rami Romancer, and Menang might get the third. Here it is now, 7, 5 and 3. 7, 5 and 3 are confirmed in the time of 2:43.1. 7.53 on race number 6. Still awaiting the 4th position to be semaphored. Good victory there to Flying Chance, who has been racing well in Class 6 company and stepped up a grade here today. Still had the 55 to carry, so a good, tough winning performance.
All right, thanks, Greg.
To send Zvezda around second up from a spell. Okay, it's a bit warmer here than back at Otaki back home.
Apparently it's about 5 degrees today and the races were put off, I understand, so I'm pleased I'm not there at the moment.
So it's much nicer in this 22 degrees. Zvezda, whereabouts are you in his preparation today? Is today a winning chance, or is today warming up towards something bigger and better down the track?
I'd have thought he was until he drew 21, which is pretty difficult for him because he goes forward. He's basically
on the tote at this stage. Second elect is Caribou. Looking for a third fancy, probably super impressive. Polygram's one which is very safe on course. The other one I haven't seen because of the size of this field is Domingos, as they head out for the Reed Property Glasshouse Handicap, named after the famous Glasshouse Mountains, which are located just inland from here. Domingos, double the odds on the tote. They're betting on course note. And the other one right down near the bottom, Proudly Aggro. A break as they head out for this landmark race, the Glasshouse Handicap.
Runners getting around to the 1400 barriers there for the Glasshouse. Looks like this race will start a fraction late. And there's been a little specking for Generalissimo on course, Brendan reports, too, number 8.
Yeah, it's become a real good race, this, hasn't it? Sponsored this year by Reed Property Group. And the race extended now to 1400 metres, as it was, I think, for the first time last year when Scenic Peak bolted in. And it's a good starting point, the 1400. They all get a chance. And the outside alleys today won't matter. So horses drawn near the outside today, I think you can bet with a reasonable amount of confidence. So the protest in the previous race dismissed. Paper Kings holding on to the race in front of Amex. So these runners behind the line, we have a capacity field of 20 runners here. The scratchings are for Susie Gray, and the last 3 emergencies leaves a capacity field of 20 to run on this big track here at Cool Bowl Park. And Susie Gray, no good, of course, when the sting's out of the ground. The track rated as dead today, and Alan Bailey scratched her this morning. So they're all in now. We're set to go. Here we go for the Reed Property Group Glasshouse Handicap. Listed level. 20 runners. They're spread right across the track over at the 1400 metres. Like a mini Stradbroke. They're all set to go. Treasure the Queeler in close. Vesda wide out. Already. Careful. They're set. And they're racing, and Vesta from the outside was the first to go. Alpine Express began quickly. Youthful's going fast and will lead on, settling down at the end of 100, and it's Youthful now being headed by Vesta on the outside. Keffel goes to a clear third, followed by Caribou not far away. Over on the inside, Warrior Trader from Eminent Chevelle. Domingos out deep, and St. Basil back about 7th, and he's away from the fence. Then came Treasure the Queeler, followed then by Polygram and Alpine Express. Generalissimo, super impressive, getting back on the rail, and then Startel, Panorama Heights, followed by Ken Kankani, Oscar Warrior, Consular, Canadian Time, and Proudly Agro sees them all. 700 metres to go. Vesta the leader, linked to Keffel, Domingos third. Youthful fourth, followed by Warrior Trader, then came Caribou, Treasure the Queeler. St. Basil back about 8th from Eminent Chevelle, super impressive, Ken Kankani, Generalissimo, Polygram, Alpine Express, Startel, Oscar Warrior's a long way from them, Panorama Heights, Proudly Agro, Canadian Time, and Consular. Keffel leads past the 400. Vesda on its outside, followed by Youthful. Domingos running home. Then Treasure the Queeler, followed by Warrior Trader and St. Basil. It's Keffel at the 200, the leader. Youthful driving up on the inside. Domingos and St. Basil still coming, but Keffel is still the leader with 100 metres left to go. Oscar Warrior's coming from the tail. Oscar Warrior's burst through. Oscar Warrior's grabbed the lead, and Oscar Warrior beat Keffel. Proudly Agro third. Ken Kankani fourth from Polygram. St. Basil, Generalissimo, Startel, Consular, super impressive, Domingos. Youthful, General, behind those, Treasure the Queeler, Canadian Time, Alpine Express, Panorama Heights, Warrior Trader. Vesda's a long way back with Eminent Chevelle, and Caribou has pulled up at the tail of the field, and Oscar Warrior, ridden by Wayne Hawkeye, has come from near the tail of the field to burst through in between horses and blow them away in the Glasshouse. What will it pay? Number 6, Oscar Warrior. Hey, $76. $76.50 and $17. 3 Keffels paid $6.20. And third in the race was number 19, was it? What was that? That was Proudly Agro. Yeah, getting up on the fence in the pink colours. It for the place will pay $2.90. Oscar Warrior. So now, is Wayne Hawkeye lost? Is he off this winner as they go past the post? Is he? So where is he? There's Wayne Hawkeye. He's won the race and he's sitting on the track over at the back near the lake, holding his knee. So where's the horse? Where did he get to? Oscar Warrior. Gee, that's pretty tough. You win the Glasshouse and he dumps you off. Well, he's on his feet, he's okay. Just, I'll tell you something, by the time he gets back to the enclosure, he won't feel 1 ounce of pain. He might feel it tonight and tomorrow morning when he wakes up, but I guarantee at the moment he'd walk on broken glass. Now the numbers, official here, 6, 3, 19 and 14, and 10 was 5th. So it's 6, 3, 19, 14 and 10. The margins were a length by length. The time for the race was 1:20 24.96, and they got home in 24.23.
And Proudly Agro, $3.55 the Quinella, $10,450. The trifecta, 6.319, and fourth home went to 14. Ken Concarney, still awaiting that first fall. Okay, 90. So it's the second elect here, and then Stormbuster. Romeo George is at $10, and some support for Priscilla as well. So they're heading to the 2,400 barriers there at Rose Hill.
The Sky Channel service is a valuable asset for our hotel and club customers. Piracy of the Sky Channel signal is a crime. It threatens jobs and cheats legitimate customers. Venues caught illegally showing Sky Channel face heavy penalties. Piracy is a crime. Offenders will be caught. It's just a matter of time.
First for Cheltenham, 280.30 on 5, 4, 6 and 7, 280.30. They're parading there at
Outlaws. Yeah, ready to run now. This over the 2,400. Eric Kime. Winter Cup field is off and racing. And majestically, the favourite jumped quickly. So did Rolling Kingston, but Priscilla's going to lead. And wide out Priscilla going across the face of the field to show out about 3 or 4 lengths on Ivy League as they race to the judge. Third is Legal Brief, and then majestically, followed by Rolling Kingston, and then Daniel a trifle wide, followed by Stormbuster. Over on the fence is Romeo George, and 3 or 4 lengths to Sugarland. It's Priscilla, a clear-cut leader, winding their way out of the straight and going along past the 1900. Priscilla's about 2.5 lengths on Ivy League. Legal Brief running a third, and then majestically a neck back on the fence. About 2 lengths to Rolling Kingston in the centre. Romeo George on the rails, and Daniel is out a little deep, followed by Stormbuster, and last of all is Sugarland. This is the order as they race along to the 1600. So they've travelled 800 metres, and Priscilla left alone in front. Ivy League, the imported mare, is sitting a couple of lengths away second. About 5 or 6 lengths then coming majestically, followed by Legal Brief. Another 2.5 then to Romeo George, who's racing inside of Rolling Kingston. Another 2 lengths to Daniel, and then comes Stormbuster on the fence, and about 3 lengths further off in the field is Sugarland. Down the back straight they run, heading towards the 1200 and a halfway pole, and they're really stringing out. And Priscilla lobs along in the lead for Lane Maloney. A length and a half on Ivy League, who's getting a nice tag, and about 4 lengths to Legal Brief outside of majestically. 2.5 to Romeo George, another 2.5 then Rolling Kingston around Stormbuster, a couple to Daniel, and 3/4 to a length to Sugarland as they work their way out of the back straight now. And the 800 mark is coming up, and Priscilla, she's been in front from the time they jumped out of the 2,400 stalls. It's Priscilla clear, second is Ivy League, Legal Brief third, majestically next on the fence, and then Romeo George, Stormbuster, Rolling Kingston followed by Daniel, and Sugarland entrenched as they come down by the 550, and Priscilla a length and a half. Ivy League, Romeo George making a dash, followed by majestically, who's grinding away. Legal Brief is under the whip, and Sugarland's gone right up on the inside. Ivy League is out after this leader. Priscilla now with Romeo George, and then majestically Stormbuster, and Sugarland's on the fence from Rolling Kingston. Maloney's gone for the whip on Priscilla. Closing in as Romeo George. Ivy League and majestically is still not done with. Priscilla from Romeo George, and majestically driving between them. Romeo George got to Priscilla. A battle of the Novocastrians, and Romeo George did best. Romeo George narrowly over Priscilla, majestically, then Ivy League and Rolling Kingston, followed home then by Stormbuster. Third last was Sugarland, and the last couple Daniel and company with Legal Brief. Number 8. Little Lenny Beasley, On number 8, Romeo George for Paul Perry. Paul, would he have touched down at Heathrow yet? Anyway, he'll get the pleasant news shortly that Romeo George has won for him. And hasn't the stable done a marvellous job while Paul has been over in the UK? And they've just rung up winner after winner. Great credit to those that have been looking after the stable. Of course, stable foreman Kieran Forbes, and of course one of Paul's lads, Nathan. While Paul and another son, of course, Shannon, have been in the UK. Anyway, Shannon's still there. Paul shortly to join him as the numbers are coming up here on the Eric Kime Winter Cup. And here they are, 8, 9, 1, 10 with a 5th and 6th to follow. Romeo George, he's done nothing but improve by Casual Lies from Consider Me Irish, has outplugged number 9, Priscilla. A battle of the Newcastle horses by Thunder Gulch, Darren Smith, Lane Maloney, and number 1, third, Majestically by Maroof, trained by Jack Denham. Darren Beedman, 10 ran 4th, Rolling Kingston.
Okay, 10 running 4th, so 8, 9, 1, 10 after the running of race 7. Is that up? Yep, $1,920.10 is that first 4 at the Hill. And the first 4 in Adelaide I gave you, I think 280.30 there on 5, 4, 6 and 7. Sunshine Coast is 15 away. Bellis, the 100 Raider, Grampians, Victory Smile and Raw Instinct, 4, 2, 1 and 3 in the Caloundra City Cup. And it's 4.50 for Victory Smile. Raw Instinct is in the market. Good backing Bellis is certainly in good form, 7.50, 4.90 Sir Kindle. And then flipping over to some of these other chances. Tell Someone at 15, nice odds. Republic 18, Pagano at 6.70 and 18 Zeltrice. They're the main hopes for race 7 on the card at the Sunshine Coast. And the others very long odds down the bottom there. Okay, let's get the late mail now on the Stayers race at Flemington with Alfie.
Very difficult one, this. I found it very hard to sort out. So when it gets difficult, stick with the top weight, number 1, Dandy Kid. I thought it did a bit of work having to get to the front at Moonee Valley last start. He's a horse with nice speed. He comes into a barrier 5 now. If they come up the middle like they did in the previous straight race, I think he's well suited. Should be able to lead without having any pressure put on him whatsoever. He really does look well in the mounting enclosure. He has been easing on course, but I'm going to stick with him. Number 3, Daytari. Won that particular race last start. Still didn't think he was badly off at the weights. It looked very well also. Reinhardt was unlucky in that particular event. Again, drawn okay to get a good run just behind them. And number 13, looking for a bit of value, Terra Nora, after a little bit of a freshen up, I thought looked forward enough to do something. 1 ahead of 3, 4 and 13. But I have to mention number 2, Kulnura. I tipped it's 2 starts back at
Quaddies and daily doubles in the offing here for those who are still alive. In the quaddie, the short way home is with Reinhardt, 11,000 plus, and in the daily double, $182. So you can see that they do get out to some big prices. And 5.97 in the quaddie so far. Favourite is number 4, Reinhardt, Danny Nikolic, drawn 3. Should be able to come across to the middle of the track, and that looks to be the place, particularly on what happened in the earlier straight race won by Naden. It came up the middle of the track, drifted towards the outside rail over the last couple of 100 metres. Datari just arriving up at the gates. James Winks is going for a treble here. It's been quite easy on course. Reinhardt holding favouritism. Dandy Kid opened up second pick. He's blown out the gate. Money for Kulnura. Good winner last start at Sale. The horse he beat narrowly there, Sheraton, won at Geelong early.